If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
On KISW, The Rock of Seattle. According to this new survey, and they talked to 1,200 people, they have come up with the worst thing you can do on the first date. Okay. And it turns out that if you're texting or talking on your phone too much, that is the worst thing you can do on the first date. So, Vicky, you're done.
I would have thought flatulence.
Yeah, not many people show up like you, Rev. I think that's that's the moral of the story is that, they didn't have enough people like you just gassing out the joint.
I think most people know to hold the fart in on the first date. I mean, I understand that. Sometimes it's a little bit harder than others.
Yeah, for you, definitely. For Rev, if he doesn't actually...
Plus, you can blame the table next to you. On a date. Yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah, unless you're the Rev and you have physical evidence like we've had here in the building.
And I can't help it. I start giggling if it is, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, this, by the way, is worse. Texting and talking on your phone too much is even worse than looking nothing like the profile pic in your online dating profile.
Yeah.
I would think that would be the number one thing, but no, it's number two.
You got to... I don't get why people put old pictures of themselves as their profile. I mean, I'm talking about, like, if it's like a couple years old and you still look like that, that's fine. But if it's from like 15 years ago and you're maybe 20 pounds heavier or 100 pounds heavier, or you don't have, on the guy's side, maybe you don't have a head of hair anymore, that seems a little weird.
If I were to go on an online dating profile today, I would have somebody take a picture of me today.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I want to? I know, and I don't know if it's a gender thing. I feel like I haven't dated enough, but I feel like both genders do this. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was going to say dudes do it too.
I'd almost want to put a picture that's not unflattering, but not my most flattering look. That way, anything that they see in person is a little bit of an upgrade.
Oh, that's a great. Well,
you know
always
what I mean?
set the bar low.
Like, don't make it look like you're a pile of crap, but don't go for like the best picture possible.
It is amazing, at least, how many women I have, and my wife is the perfect example. She takes a horrible picture. I mean...
Tell us how you really feel.
She does, dude. She doesn't know how to take a picture. She just... I don't know what goes on in her brain. I'll go, look at here, and smile. And every picture I take, and it'll take a million pictures at once, so you figure you'll catch something good. My wife is like, hey...
Maybe it's because she's like, I can't believe he's telling me to look at here and smile. Maybe it's just a reaction of you taking the picture.
Dude, she's done this long before I know her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to take a picture, and when she does, she doesn't look at it. I've told you the story. I mean, my buddy was dating her and showed me a picture of her, and I was like, man, this lady looks like she's about 50, and she was 18. And I'm like, I know. I was like, you deserve this lady.
I've seen some recent pictures of you guys, and I don't see anything.
I think she looks cute.
Yeah, we work hard for those pictures.
Oh, are you working hard at that?
Joey will tell you.
Joey, tell us.
It's a picture-taking nightmare with that woman.
It was great when we were getting ready for the wedding. BJ goes, okay, now stare into the camera. And I'm not kidding you, Steve. She was staring 180 degrees the wrong direction.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Does it make her uncomfortable? Do cameras make her uncomfortable?
I don't know. I show her, and you know what? I tried to take a picture with her mom because I wanted to show the family. Same problem. She doesn't know where to look. I go, my finger's on it. See this thing? Look at this. And she's looking everywhere else. And she's like, I don't know how to take a picture.
You should put a little stuffed animal on it like they do for kids' pictures.
Really? You're absolutely right. So it is hereditary. It's like the mom can't do it and the daughter can't do it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's nuts. So, I think that if you do have a bad picture, but somebody still likes it, then they see you. I've seen women where I'm like, whoa, wow, dude, your picture does not do you justice at all. You look amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that too on the flip side. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Somebody says I have the same problem with my wife. My wife's not able to take a good picture. I told her to grin instead of smile, and that was the trick.
Oh, I'll try it. Okay, I'll try that.
Interesting.
See, I get I don't know about you guys. When I see a picture of somebody and they're not like showing teeth when they're smiling, I'm like, what the hell's going on? They seem shifty.
Oh,
or they have meth mouth.
That's what I think. Is like, what's up with your girl?
Usually they don't like their mouth. They don't like their teeth, Steve. You're right.
Now, for me, I took way too many dumb pictures as a kid where it's just like the really cheesy smile. So that now in my head, I'm like, don't do the cheesy smile. So I never smile with my teeth.
And Vicky, you actually have
You're shifty. You're a shifty.
I mean, that is true.
And you have done meth.
Vicky has practiced her pose, though. It's so funny to watch Vicky go into her pose mode when she's taking a picture. It's I'm runway ready.
It's my favorite watching any female, for the most part, taking a picture. Like, I will watch, like, someone taking a picture with like a cool, like they're at a concert, whatever it may be, and I'll zone in for a second on the subject of the picture, and you see them putting their hand on their hip, and they're doing a little bit of like a little like pop in their hip, tilting the head.
The hip has to be out. The hip that's facing the camera, that leg needs to be bent and point, shifted to the side, chest out, stand up straight. Look, with a nice kind of tilt
I want
to the head.
see that person's Instagram page and just see if every picture they take, no matter what the background is, the pose is the same.
I think with Vicky, if you take a look, she gets mad if you don't let her get into the pose the right way.
Well, like when you had like 100 very unflattering pictures that are tagged of you on Facebook, it's like, okay, I need to do something about this.
See, and I think, Vicky, that really, again, if you have unflattering pictures and then they meet you, they're going to go, wow, you look better in your picture. Again, set the bar low.
I mean, I like to go middle of the road. I'm like, this is what I am. This is what I look like. Here's a little silly picture. Here's me trying hard. So I can show them all spectrums of what I do when I do makeup and everything, but I usually don't wear makeup.
Yeah, so. I mean, you have stuff out there. So, you have a multitude of pictures.
Someone says, shut up, Steve, I have crooked teeth. I think if you have crooked teeth, it doesn't, who cares?
No, people do care.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that have them, not the people
I know, but I think I wish that they would realize most people don't care about that.
I thought Jewel fixed that for everybody, but no.
I never I'm like, if I see one smiling in a picture and they have crooked teeth, and then like, oh my gosh, they have crooked teeth. It's just like, oh, they're smiling.
I
guess maybe something happened in their life that someone did say something.
It does. I mean, you get really self-conscious, if you have like a big gap in your teeth. There's a woman that
says they have they don't like the show because they're missing a tooth.
Yeah, see,
but I don't have meth mouth. Missing tooth though is cool.
He must be a hockey player then.
Yeah. Spitting chiclets, baby.
A missing tooth is cool.
And how do you get? Can't you get a new one now? Oh, yeah, I would save up for that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that stuff's still expensive though, man. Dental work is not cheap.
I agree, but I would work on it in a heartbeat. I'd be like, that's if I had a missing tooth and it could show really, I would like, I'm saving all my pennies. I'm making this happen.
I have a broken tooth on the bottom, and I've had it fixed twice, and the cap has fallen off twice, so I just gave up. So I just have the broken tooth.
Wow, how does that happen?
I don't know. They said it was supposed to last forever, and then a year and a half later, it just fell out.
What are you doing in your life?
Did they give you a free one at least?
No, they didn't do anything.
Do you eat rocks? Like, what the hell's going on?
I was literally not eating anything.
Do you go to Billy's Screen Door Repair and
See, this is why people don't smile.
Yeah. Maybe you should stop eating those popcorn kernels that don't pop, man.
They weren't. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Maybe you should stop eating ice. That's it. Stop
okay,
doing that.
you stop it.
Okay.
All right, what else is bad for dating?
All right, people that eat ice.
Okay.
Actually, chewing too loudly while you're on a date.
I'm the worst.
Yeah, Me, I am too, Steve.
Thanks, Vicky.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm your bro. I'm here to tell you the truth.
You're right. I know I'm bad.
It's so funny to go by Steve's desk when he's, because like Steve's usually really hungry after the show, so he goes, gets his stuff, and then it just sounds like, there's just animals in the forest, they just got a deer, all these tigers are going crazy.
I don't know what to do about it. I'll chew with my mouth closed, and my wife will still say, you're chewing too loud. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, they must be coming out of your ears then. It's
apparently.
Your teeth just must be destroying everything to the point that there's no... You need to get some acoustic...
It's kind of a stupid big mouth. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it
just echoes.
It echoes out of it.
Can you get some of that acoustic soundboard and just put it in your mouth?
Like the foam.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I should have like a little stick that has like a foam barrier, and I just put it over my face when I eat.
That's a good idea.
You've gotten better, though. I'll give you credit.
Oh, thanks, Vicky.
You got better.
It's when you remember to close your mouth. I think it's when you chew with your mouth open.
Sometimes I get really excited and I forget.
Well, I mean, you're enjoying your food, man, so who am I to judge?
I won't ever talk to Steve while we're at lunch.
I'm a savage.
Well, here's why. You spit everywhere just in general.
Yeah, he does.
I look at you watching you do a show, and I'm just like, boy, the poor person that's got to clean off this area.
That's all right.
So if you've got food, I'm like, okay, first off, if you notice, I never sit across from you because I don't want to be in the firing zone.
No, you sit across from me.
Well, if
it's a long enough table.
Yeah, I mean, I make sure.
Well, now I'm going to make it a point to always sit across
from you. Yeah, I'm not. Because
I'm going to talk to you the whole time.
And I'm so glad you're not much of a talker, but it's like if somebody asks Steve a question and he's got a mouthful, I'm like, okay, I can't
help it with
hit
this
the deck.
Stupid fat mouth. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I try.
You got to do the dainty little tiny bites, just, little by little.
It doesn't matter. I can't control this thing.
Yeah, it's really, you're right. It's just, the collateral damage just is too much.
I can't argue with you about this.
I know. No, it really isn't.
I even during the megacast, at least 3 times an episode when I'm doing the episodes with Ted, I'm like, sorry, I just spit on you.
I feel you spit on me on a daily basis. It's just I just wipe my arm.
Poor Vicky,
I just have to not think about it. I'm like, that's not Steve's
spit. It's like a Gallagher show.
I'm not going to shower today because Steve is going to shower me anyway.
Ew.
Well, that's what's happening.
Too far.
I don't only just give you the news, I give you the weather.
All the weather.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic dad line. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Working on those dad jokes right
Yeah, perfect. And let's see what else we got here. Talking too much without asking questions. That would be me. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been on a date in a long time, but I just remember my wife sometimes just sitting there when we were dating, and she's not just
monologuing,
not saying anything, just like, okay.
Is talking about your ex or exes on the list?
That's a deal breaker.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm looking at, this is only the top 5. Showing up late actually rounded it up, so I don't see anything about the exes, but that's got to be in the top 10, right? And
that should be number 1.
It is different for men and women, by the way. And again, I'm going to tell you something. As much as we say we're an equal society and we want to do things equally, again, some of these surveys show what really is the truth. Because what is a big turnoff for women? Well, not offering to pay for dinner is one of the worst things that men can do, even in today's day and age.
Chivalry is not dead.
I always offer to pay half.
Yeah, but
I pay my half.
You really are atypical, Vicky.
But I do get mad with he didn't pay for my dinner. It's like, bitch, you make your own money. Pay for your own freaking dinner.
Unfortunately, you're in the minority, according to this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how. Now, men on the other side say taking photos of your food to post on social media is a huge turnoff.
Really?
Yeah. If you're there on my first date and you go, let me pull out my phone, I'm going to take a little selfie for Instagram. I'm
not a selfie. You're taking a picture of the food.
Well, the foodsie, whatever you call it.
I think if it's a really crazy looking thing, like an ice cream volcano or something, you have to take a picture.
Or a really elaborate sushi boat.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
Yeah, on the first date, really?
Yeah. I mean, if it's just a regular thing of sushi, I'm like, you can live without the picture.
I'd like that. Well, I'm happy that I agree at least with some of these folks who are a lot younger than me going on dates that think it's a turnoff.
You better credit me for paying for that, though. Yeah, your post.
See, as a guy, here's what I would think of. I go, wow, if she can't even stop doing this, look at me and my food thing while I'm there, what kind of an attention W is this going to be? See, again, it's your first date. And think about the average dude. It does send a message.
Think about where we're at right now in this world with social media. Everybody loves taking pictures of their food. I don't care. But
you're a good guy, man.
If that person wants to take a picture of their food to share it on their social media, go ahead. Yeah. What does that take? 2 seconds to take a picture of a food?
We'll tell these men, Steve, they disagree with you.
I just joined a Facebook group that's all about food and grub, and a lot of them are from this area. So they'll post pictures of restaurant food, and they're like, hey, I just got this sandwich at this place. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So it's a really cool community where you learn about different restaurants. So I think that's awesome as hell.
But if you meet a guy who doesn't know anything about that, just remember it's possible it could be a turnoff if you're dating. I'm just saying, because this is the survey. I'm not saying
I would tell him and be like, if you have a problem with my food endeavors, then get out of here.
Beat it, but make sure you cover the cost of my...
Of course, yeah, that's important. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Well, I think we worked it all out.
Yay!
You and Vicky are crazy people that the majority of people don't agree with. All right, I'm for that.
I look forward to the next time we all eat together because I'm going to sit right across from BJ.
Oh no,
I'm going to share stories.
Yeah, and maintain eye contact.
All the stories.
God no,
just stare at him.
I'm going to have to get one of those Gallagher ponchos.
Which I eat. What would be the pasta?
Soup.
Or like crab legs, because then you just get it everywhere.
Oh, the meat everywhere.
Yeah, I will be getting meat projectiles. Yeah, seriously. Oh.
Meat projectiles. Wow.
Yeah, that's the name of my new band. But
there's a visual.
Okay, we got an NBA player. They shared a great story about the time that he was traded for a copy machine. Oh, that's awesome. You're going to hear from him at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. NBA veteran Kyle Korver gave the commencement speech at Creighton University in Nebraska on Saturday. And he told graduates the story of how he was once traded for basically nothing, just some cash that was eventually used on a copy machine.
During the last commercial break of the 2003 NBA draft, I came back from the commercial and I saw my name scroll across the bottom of the screen. Everybody went crazy. The 51st pick to the New Jersey Nets. Found out shortly afterwards that I'd been traded to Philly. I'm not sure if trade is the right word. I was more or less sold for an undisclosed amount of money. I later found out they used that money to pay for the entry fee for their summer league team, and with leftover money, they bought a copy machine. What's your trade value? Apparently mine is a copy machine, but it's okay. Because a couple years ago, that copy machine broke. And I'm still playing.
That's an awkward.
That's very awkward. He's an awkward speaker, though.
Yeah,
I think
the story's great.
Yeah, it's a great story, but yeah, he just he needs to go
like a robot.
He needs to go to a speech coach. Yeah.
Well, I think he's not going to have to worry about that, though. He's making a lot of money. I would imagine. I don't know what his salary is, but if he's made a career out of playing in the NBA, he's probably doing okay.
He's got to be doing okay for himself. It's not like he's in the WNBA, where I mean, I don't know if you saw just Breanna Stewart. They're going to pay her to be an ambassador because, of course, she was on our championship team last year, but she's injured; she won't be able to play. And they go, "We'll cover her salary." I mean, for the season and the player that she is, it just goes to show you still that the WNBA, unfortunately, from a financial standpoint, she only gets $65,000 a year. She's probably the best player in the WNBA.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate, but it's like
nuts. $65,000 compared to the millions that these baseball players who are nothing. I mean, with really
right. But their franchises make so much money because of these players, and unfortunately, the WNBA is not making as much money.
Yeah.
So they can't fork over that kind of cash.
And it looks like Kyle's worth $30 million.
If I'm him, I'd buy another copy machine and have it sent to that franchise. I mean, like, here, I heard,
wow.
I heard my trade value just, the thing you traded for broke. So here you go. Here's a new one.
Yeah. $30 million.
I don't even know who the hell the guy is.
I don't either.
Joe, is he a big name guy? Joe, you're a basketball guy.
Yeah, he played with LeBron on the Cavaliers.
Oh, when they went and did what they did?
Yeah, he's a 3-point specialist.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Don't know the guy, though.
Yeah.
Is he worth $30 million? Is he worth a broken copy machine?
That he is worth.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude. Wow, $30 million. You know what? If your kid is tall, I see why people just go, they take a tall kid and go, look, go on the court and see what you can do. That's, I mean, because we don't even know this guy, and he's a $30 millionaire.
Well, dude, it's not fair for me to be like, I don't even know this guy. I don't know. I probably couldn't name 10 players currently in the NBA. So it's not about not knowing him. I'm just ignorant to the NBA these days.
But that's the thing. I mean, the idea is that that's the thing. That's how lucrative that sport is. It's just like baseball. I mean, there are probably guys you don't know in baseball either that I have heard of, but even still, they're not the names that you know that are still making bank.
I mean, hockey, I've heard of them. I just can't pronounce half of the players' names.
Well, there is that too. And hockey's probably out of I don't know, maybe soccer, out of the big five sports. I think it's I don't know if baseball or football. I think it might be baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, right? As far as the salaries,
easily.
Yeah.
As
far as who's the richest people?
Baseball definitely is making the most money.
Yeah,
and it's guaranteed.
So. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think the guys like JD Martinez and Giancarlo Stanton. I think even though Russell got what he got, I think those two are making still more than him. So, and like you said, it's all guaranteed.
So Joe, tell them who he looks like. Does he look like somebody?
Oh man, I mean, he's just like a normal-looking white dude. To be quite honest with you,
does he look like somebody we should know?
Yeah, maybe a little bit like Tom Brady or Klay Thompson combined or something.
All right, let's see. All right, okay.
Is he looks like Bill Wixie almost?
Oh, well, I wonder why the texter thinks that that's an important thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Texter,
tell us who you think he looks like.
Yeah, why are his looks important to you? He looks just like a guy.
He looks like a handsome man.
He looks. You know what? For $30 million, he looks like he wants me to have him look like. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah,
$30 million, dude. Yeah, it's a lot of dough. Got a new survey by eHarmony asked single people what jobs make a person dating and relationship material. How about a $30 million net worth basketball player? That does. Yeah. So here we go. If you want to be a dating and relationship magnet, eHarmony says here are the jobs you need to have.
Okay.
Doctor,
Duh.
or nurse. Now, I don't know if it's male nurse. I don't know. I will say this: female doctor, yes. There is something about a female doctor. Look, I'm not trying to say anything, but my
Even
female
for your
doctor.
yearly physical,
I love my female doctor, and I loved her. She's the best doctor I ever had, and I think it's because
you're attracted to her.
Well, it's like that Florence Nightingale thing. She's taking care of me. I don't, she's an attractive woman, but I think she gets bonus points because she's taking care of me. Like, I think I put her up higher on the pedestal of looks just because she's taking care of me. So and maybe it's the profession that makes her look better to me.
Would you get jealous knowing that at work she's handling a lot of people and asking them to cough?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think it's just us. It's our own special moment. But I realize it's just like, I guess.
Any yearly physicals today, babe? Yes.
Yeah.
Were they male? Yes.
Yeah.
Did you make them cough? I'm not answering that question.
Yeah. Yeah, how about if you're married to if you're married to a doctor and either A, it's a gynecologist, or B, it's, a female doctor that has to handle junk, and you know that, they might be seeing better than you.
Yeah, but it's not in a sexual way.
Oh, I would see. That's how I would think I'd be.
Well, that's probably why
I project myself into those jobs.
That's probably why you'll never become a gynecologist, BJ.
Yeah, that's true. But
the whole studying and science.
So you would not be jealous or even think, hey, I used to you can't believe what I saw today.
No. There's nothing romantic about it. I mean, yeah, if you watch some movies, they turn into that. But no.
I think, here's what I would think. Okay? Because, look, we know what the average size is for a dude. Mm-hmm. So even though we watch a lot of movies, really, in real life, you are not going to see that monstrosity coming your way because the average is you're going to just see the average size, which is, it's not as impressive as those movies say. But what if Ron Jeremy walks in, and you don't know, and then all of a sudden, he throws this on the table. I think if you've never seen anything like that before on a regular basis, doctor or not, you're like, whoa!
Well, yeah, you could be like, well, that's more than I expected. But I'd like to think that I'm with somebody who's not going to leave me because they saw a bigger dong.
I'd be afraid my wife would leave me. I think she'd be like, hey, you know what? We have to have a conversation. And I'm like, I'm out.
Wow.
See, I'm always afraid of that.
You were afraid of such a weird.
There's always a bigger fish. Didn't you see that Star Wars Episode 1? Qui-Gon taught us. There's always a bigger fish.
But if you're the doctor, you have their medical history. And if that guy's slaying everywhere, you're going to know if he's got an STD or not. So I feel like that would be a turnoff.
Okay, but what if he doesn't have an STD?
Just assume he does, so you keep a little sanity.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I'm trying to help.
How about teacher?
It was funny, though, yesterday my wife got back and she bought, some zucchinis.
Okay.
And she's like, could you imagine if somebody had that? And I was like, yeah. I didn't want to get down the line of, there's certain adult film stars that are rocking that. I was like, that's not worth the conversation. I was like, yeah, nobody ever would have something of that size.
How strange.
Well, how about your wife is that, either A, she's doing a great job making you think she's never seen one of those movies, or B,
no, she hasn't.
She hasn't, and it's
I'm pretty positive of that.
Yeah, wow. How about she's just imagine that, and you're like, there's no imagining. There is somebody right now.
These exist.
Yeah.
They seem rather extreme, but they do exist.
I know, that's insanity. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what if? So you're, that's what I'm saying. You'd be like, holy mackerel.
Yeah, but do you really think your woman's going to leave you because she saw somebody with a bigger dong?
I think that it might just be the last nail in the coffin for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The final straw?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She decided she's not going with the shortest straw anymore?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, come on, you know me. How about this, teacher or professor? That's also a great profession. Yeah. So,
these are all Penthouse Forum.
I was about to say
story arcs.
They really are.
All these are categories in those websites I hear about.
And this is
Where's
eHarmony.
Plumber and pizza delivery guy?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not on there. But this is eHarmony. This is a legitimate dating site. Veterinarian. If you're a veterinarian, you're in good. You're somebody
loves
that
pets. Yeah. It's attractive to people.
And almost a doctor.
And I'm trying to think it's if you start dating somebody who's a vet, you're saving money on vet bills.
Dude, no joke.
Right?
Yeah,
we're about to get Lulu's teeth cleaned, and yet they don't know until they, start doing the teeth cleaning if they have to pull teeth out, and then each tooth is a ridiculous amount of money.
See, and you married the wrong person, Steve. Should have married a vet.
Oh,
or maybe she married the wrong person. A vet with other gifts that you can get in the produce department. Yeah. How about firefighter or police officer? Oh, shocking.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, these are so typical.
How about female firefighter, female police officer? Does that do anything for you?
Yeah, those
Absolutely.
uniforms, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. Is a soldier on there? Because I feel like the whole uniform thing really gets girls going.
Don't have soldiers. Oh, I know that it gets girls going. That's why I asked the female, like, how about for us guys? I assume firefighter, police officer, mostly it's the chicks with this one.
See, we watched that, what's that damn show, Station 19, the firefighter show?
Oh, yeah.
And they got some smoke shows that are...
there are women that are working there?
Yeah. So
okay.
That adds to it.
Engineer or architect? We're talking Mr. Brady. Because I think he was an architect, which, by the way,
was
50th anniversary of the Brady Bunch debuting today. Can you believe it's 50 years old? I'm old.
How old does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Right?
It really does, because I watched it when it was live. Yeah, you did. Which means I'm 102.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah. Here's the story. I'm old. So, engineer or architect, does that do anything for you guys?
It's money. I think that's why they like it.
Lawyer is on the list.
No, sleazeballs.
Ooh, female.
I was going to say that. I just don't want the arguments will just never end.
How about Rhea Seehorn, the girl that plays the lawyer friend of Saul in Better Call Saul? She's a lawyer. I think she's damn sexy.
Yeah, but as soon as you say lawyer, I'm just thinking, oh, you're a sleazeball.
It's funny.
Argumentative.
It is funny you bring that up, Rev, because the biggest turnoff is close to lawyer, politician.
Ooh.
So it's funny that people like lawyers. They find that attractive, but they don't like politicians.
Again, I think it's a money thing. I think if you're a lawyer, you got your crap together, you got money, you wear a suit. So it's almost like a unit.
Politician's the same thing, though, right?
Except that kind of teeters the line of, a lot more issues.
A-hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got computing and IT also is attractive. Oh, the IT crowd. Okay, well, you get those guys.
Dude, people in IT do make a good living.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just that, I'm not going to talk about, our IT guys are pretty good, but a lot of times IT guys are just socially awkward, and it's like the IT crowd. It's like, it's surprising that they're fun. I'm glad that people find them attractive. Regular office workers and writers.
Ooh. It's romantic.
Yeah, but writers are messed up in the head.
Someone even says, let's point out all these occupations are doing well financially. We really think it's looks or wallet size. Yeah, financially they're doing well, or they have some kind of power.
So we're shallow, is what we're saying.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're shallow creatures still.
You are with anyone that you meet and you're attracted to at first, and then it's
Not
about
me.
Getting to know them eventually.
Steve, I'm married for what's on the inside.
I think partially.
Well, she didn't marry you for the outside.
Yeah,
that's true.
You're right about that. And dude, I was making no money when she married me. I literally had no money. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Kathy. She's insane.
At least for someone like me and my age, I'm not necessarily like, I want a lawyer, I want a doctor, but if somebody's established in their career, I think that's attractive. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these,
that's money, baby.
You have to be established. I mean, you could be the manager of a fast food chain, but if you love what you're doing, you're established, and you're making the dough, you do what you got to do. That's hot.
Yeah, I love how Vicky did at least put making the dough in there. The rest of it made it sound like it was really good, but making the dough is the big thing.
Covering your bills.
I'd be pumped to be with a manager of a fast food chain. Just think about all the hookups.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even care if
fridge would be stocked with sweet and sour sauce.
I was about to say all the extra sauces.
The two of you, really. Sometimes when you're on the same wavelength about these things, it just scares me.
We ride that same stupid wave.
Yeah, you do. All right, I want to give a shout out, Steve. We have
What's up?
We got Liz, who's a big listener of our show. She's going through a tough day. She's got a divorce that unfortunately that she filed for earlier in the month, and so she said, you know what? We helped get her through the day. We put a smile on her face, and she says she loves us, makes her laugh. So she would like a little shout out. You want to give her a shout out, Steve?
Well, shout out, Liz. Find yourself a good architect, cop, engineer person.
Oh, yeah, this is perfect timing because, she's going to be in the line market for a new person.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Give it out a shout.
All right. Perfect. We got a lot of firemen and, fireman law lawyer would be great. Fireman by day, lawyer by night.
Yeah, that's what she wants. Someone who has zero time for her.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure she's not on the rebound right now. But Liz, have a good weekend, man. That lady, I said man. Man, lady.
This really is a touching shout out from Steve. Are you thinking about the sweet and sour sauce you're going to get from your imaginary new wife? That works in a fast food restaurant.
Wow.
You're out. He's tapping out.
We love you.
All right, Liz. And I hope you get on the rebound, Liz. Go find some hot something and get after it.
Yeah.
All right.
Do that.
You know what? Get with Vicky. Vicky will give you some of the old cast-offs she's no longer involved with anymore. Yeah. There you go. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
What's the main alcoholic ingredient in a pina colada?
I like pina colada. Rum.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Nice bite.
Have yourself a pina colada, Liz.
Yeah, go ahead. and go walk in the rain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and whatever else that guy does. Oh, wait, that song's about a guy wanting to cheat on his wife. Maybe we go.
This is a terrible shout out.
I'm sorry, Liz. Whoa. Never mind. There's another song. I don't know. There's got to be a better one than that. Tainted Love? No, that's not good either. All right. Yesterday, as I said, Steve got it right. But today, you might get more right. So we're playing Beat Migs, 206-421-ROCK. Let's play that game. We're going to do that at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.